Hi there, this is Joe from SquareXO and this is episode 31. Today I'm joined by Dan.
Hello.
And Rebecca.
Hi everyone.
So welcome everyone. Before we start, don't forget to follow us on twitter.com/square_XO, on twitch.tv/squarexo. We're on Podbean and on iTunes, so please give us a nice review. And also visit our patreon.com/squarexo. And if you want to back us, that would be greatly appreciated. If you don't, then it doesn't matter. But you can visit anyway, just to see it. Nice to have visitors. Okay, yeah, so I think that's everything, unless I've missed something. YouTube.com/JohansonWater for our YouTube episodes if you prefer to watch that way. Not that you'll see anything because there's no video, but you can listen. So that
Not yet, maybe one day.
Okay.
Sorry for my clicking, by the way, if you can hear my clicking.
Yeah, we can hear you clicking.
I'm doing a competition draw, so I'm just clicking on people. So
Okay,
I've stopped clicking now.
So I've just got brilliant at that intro now. I'm good at it now.
Yeah.
I know what. Finally, after 31 episodes, I know what to say. Okay, news time.
Straight in with the news.
Okay. Right, the biggest news of today is that Sony's announced its media showcase for Europe, which will take place in Paris Games Week on October 30th at 5 p.m. So it's a wee bit away, but that means there's no Gamescom conference. Although Sony will be there for people to play their games, there's not going to be any announcements by Sony during Gamescom. They're coming on October 30th at Paris Games Week. So there you go. And there's EA's conference at Gamescom, which is this week, next week. I can't remember. I think it's usually around about this time of year, August 14, 15 Gamescom. So maybe it's next week this year. I don't know. Let me just have a quick look, because then we're going to need to sort that out and talk about it when it happens.
But it's not going on now, is it? I don't think.
Wednesday 23rd, so it's a wee bit later. It's next week then, Gamescom.
Yeah.
So there's going to be EA's conference. Microsoft's got something going on, but it's not really a conference. It's just more a sort of showcase. So you might get the odd little announcement. They'll probably talk about Xbox One X, but there probably won't be anything major. Whereas Sony's media conference in Paris, I'm expecting probably quite a lot. They announced quite a lot last year at that. They announced all the sort of European-based games, like the what's it called? Beyond Two Souls? No, it's not Beyond. What's the new one? What's the new one called?
Beyond
Detroit.
Detroit coming.
That's one.
Yeah.
They announced that, and they announced a bunch of other stuff as well last year. So there'll probably be quite a lot announced, and maybe a price drop of the PlayStation 4, I would expect, just in time for the Xbox One X releasing. I think we'll probably see a price drop, maybe. I don't know what they'll do with VR, but there's probably going to be quite a lot, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sony's firmware 5.0 is coming out. I don't know if we talked about that last week or not. We might have touched upon it.
I think we have talked about it before, yeah.
Well, apparently some of it was leaked. And one of the major features is that you'll be able to stream at 1080p with 60 frames per second on Twitch. That doesn't really seem like a major change to me. There's also some other changes to things like if you're playing in multi-discs, and also there's going to be, what else is it going to be? Okay, it's just all the rubbish, like family accounts, being able to feature multiple adult accounts in a family, able to act in a parent guardian role and set parental controls on a per account basis, a new web application to manage family accounts, system notifications visible from your quick menu, and a few other minor changes. That doesn't really, I think they're missing something. I think they're missing something major from that week, personally, because you can't tell me that Twitch streaming at 1080p at 6 frames per second is the major feature.
The biggest news.
No, it's not worth a new number, is it?
For 5.0? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think
we'll see, though.
Big's missing from that.
We've been disappointed before, so you never know.
Horizons DLC, The Frozen Wilds, has got a release date. That's coming out in November the 7th, and that costs £16. So
It's
that'll
not a
be
bad
good.
price, is it?
Yeah, it should be good. Depends how big it is, I guess. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen arrives on PS4 and Xbox One in October. Dragon's Dogma, that's an old game. I remember playing the first one, but I've not played the one since. I presume this is a sequel or whatever. Didn't they announce it just for PS4 at one point, and then now it's coming to both?
It was announced ages ago, wasn't
Yeah, it
it?
was so long ago, that's why I kind of remember.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. But yeah. So that's interesting. And No Man's Sky's got an Atlas update. It's absolutely massive, all the things changing, but some of the things I've noted down is a new story, more complex constructions, deeper space combat, and a more complex trading and farming system. That's all I wrote down. I wasn't going to sit and write everything because there was so much, and I've not.
There was loads, yeah.
I've still got the game, so I guess I could do the download and revisit it, but I'm
It's like
bothered.
an 8 gig update, isn't it? I think it's a huge patch or whatever you call it.
It reminds me of the situation with Drive Club, which when it released it was really terrible, and now it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of seems to be the way No Man's Sky's going. At the terrible launch, really, it was disappointing, and now it's kind of supposedly a whole lot better, but it put me off so much after playing it, because I did put a lot of time into it, but after a while I just thought, this is all the same, and I got really bored because it was just samey, nothing ever changed, and then I'm thinking to myself, do I really want to go back and play it? Probably not. So I don't know. I've still got it, so if one day I ever feel like it, I might go back. But
have they added any trophies or anything to it?
I didn't
You
hear
don't know,
anything
do you?
about trophies.
no, I
Like,
don't
it's just
know.
I probably won't bother going back, but I enjoyed it the first time around, so it's fine.
Yeah, I just don't know if I'm that enticed. Maybe I will one day, maybe, if I get really fed up. I don't know. Probably not.
I'm glad they've done it though. I'm glad they've carried on working on it, and they've been, trying to get to the point where they were kind of aiming. I don't know if they've hit that perfectly or not yet. I haven't really read many people's thoughts, but it's nice that they've almost admitted that they released a half-baked game, and they've knuckled down to get it to where they're happy with. It is a shame that it was kind of forced to be released on the time though. They should have been allowed to keep delaying it, really. It kind of shows.
Did they do one delay, or was it 2 delays?
I think there was one delay. I think there was one.
It was meant to be out in June, wasn't it? Or was it July?
I don't know.
It came out in August.
Yeah, I think they then delayed it by a week as well.
Oh,
so
I see.
There was like a minor delay, but yeah, I think they should have really been a bit stronger. But then if the publishers are pushing, and they've got to get something out, then they had to get something out. But that's the state of the industry in some places, isn't it? Where people aren't given the leeway to fulfill their view, and you get games like Drive Club and No Man's Sky. Maybe it's a Sony thing. Maybe they're pushing, and actually they'd be better. But then they don't push Naughty Dog, do they? They don't push certain developers, but maybe they push others. So.
I don't know. I hardly think they pushed them. It took so long to come out. They announced it, and then it took up forever to come out.
Yeah, some
they
games
gave
do,
them
though,
loads
don't
of
they?
time, though. I think they did give them loads of time. There's always so much time you can give them. That's all. So
Well,
they probably just said, "Look, we're not giving you any more money. Get it out."
maybe.
That.
But
Probably.
then they kind of killed, for a lot of people, the game, and that's why I
experience.
say it's nice that the studio have been allowed to carry on, because most other businesses would have then been crushed under the negative feedback. So
Yeah, well, they keep going. You keep going.
yeah,
Now they're maybe turning it around and getting a bit more positivity. Now that the people who do like it and the big release, the big update, maybe that's people kind of giving them a little bit of a chance. I don't know. But I might go back to it. I'll see.
yeah.
I mean, I imagine it's one of these games. It does seem quite good to me. So I just got bored of it, so maybe this update will make it better. Maybe it'll surprise me if I do go back to it. Who knows? Okay, a wee bit of mixed news. Next Xbox update changes the home menu, the guide, and the community feed, so that's getting a new look just in time for Xbox One X. It kind of looks a wee bit better, but I've not tried it myself yet. I've not turned on the Xbox for ages, but apparently this update, through the videos I've seen, it looks a lot cleaner than it did before, so that's good news. And you'll soon get Zelda Breath of the Wild in-game items via your Switch's news channel. So how about that? So you can go on the Switch's news channel and grab items for your Zelda
Your
game.
adventure. Yeah.
So that's funny. It's all fun. Okay, and the gaming charts. Where are we? I've just lost my notes now. Gaming charts. Right, quick, go bigger. Can't see. Crash is number 1. Fallout's number 2. Grand Theft Auto 5 is number 3. Dishonored number
Fallout's
4.
number 2.
Yeah.
Fallout what?
Fallout 4.
Oh, right, okay.
Doom is number 5. It's only because it's really cheap. Fallout 4, Dishonored 2 and Doom are all less than £12 each at the moment. I think Fallout's under a tenner. I think Doom's under a tenner as well. Splatoon 2's there at 6. Mario Kart 8 at 7. Rainbow Six Siege 8. Forza Horizon 3 at 9. Battlefield 1 at 10. So there we go. It's nothing really. A couple of Nintendo games in the top 10, which they'll be pleased about. But then that's where the Switch is starting to come back in stock. Actually, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is the first title to rack up 4 consecutive weeks at number 1 since Infinite Warfare. So that's interesting.
Well into that then.
It's crazy, isn't it? I can't believe it's doing as well as it is,
And
if I'm honest.
the Sonic Mania reviews came out about 4 o'clock today, and they're pretty positive. When last I looked at Metacritic, it was up at 85, I think. Which is pretty impressive, really. But isn't that a fan-made game? Isn't it?
I have no idea.
No,
I think it's made by
it's
made by studios, but I think it's got fans. It's not actually the Sonic team who've made it. And I thought it was a funny tweet when someone said, "Oh, the fans make a better game than Sega do." 86 on Metacritic.
Wow.
So I mean,
Madness.
when's
that released?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Cool. They left the embargo late then, didn't
They
they?
did, yeah.
It's normally a bit of a worrying sign, but obviously not today.
Maybe they were just a little worried how it was going to be received. I mean, the things we reviews as is it's a pixelated game, isn't it? It's not got the most amazing graphics. No, it's kind of a throwback to what it used to look like, basically, with some extra levels thrown in. So maybe there's a lot of nostalgia going on there or something. But I don't know. That always makes me wonder when I see games by sort of reviewers when it's older games like that. It's a bit like, is there a lot of nostalgia in there? But I'm sure it'll be good. I think it'll be quite good to play on Switch, actually. But it just depends if it's just 10 or more on Switch. Because if it is, I'm not buying it. I'm not paying 10 or more. Because most
Just
games seem to be a 10 or more on Switch, and it's stupid. But given that it's a digital-only title and it's not coming out in retail, I mean, the collector's edition's at retail, but you still get a digital code with that, so it's not a retail title at all. So it should realistically be the same price on all the platforms.
Oh yeah, maybe Nintendo just charge more commission to sell. But
I really don't know.
I don't like spending more than really 15 quid on a digital game because you don't get anything for it, do you? You don't.
I think it is 15 quid. I think that's how much it costs.
Well, it won't be if it's £10 more on Switch. But,
no, I don't know that. That's just a saying. I hope it isn't. I don't really know if it is or not. But I kind of want to get it on Switch because I think it'll be good.
Give you a reason to play your Switch.
Yeah, it would be.
And I just wanted to mention that Sony's offering 15 months of PlayStation Plus for the price of 12 on the PlayStation Store. So if you pay $39.99, whether that's buying a card or whether you just pay straight on the store, then you'll get an extra 3 months. And it's good to do that now if you want to continue PlayStation Plus because it's increasing to 50 quid at the end of August. So perfect timing to grab PlayStation Plus, really.
Yeah, and if you probably go somewhere like CD Keys, you can probably get 50 quid's worth of PSN voucher for 40, and then buy your PS Plus with that extra 3 months. So you probably do an additional saving. You buy 50 quid for 45.99.
Yeah, so you can maybe save some money.
So
that'd be good.
saves you some money as well. Yeah.
Okay, and that's the news.
Cool. Bit succinct today then. Not much really going on again, is there?
Yeah, sort of all over the place, I guess. But yeah, there was a bit. But that's it. That's me done.
That's it.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
I don't really have a topic. Somebody else's turn to think on.
You
Drop my phone.
thought we had that really, really long email from that guy. Well, he sent it to you, not all of us, with about 40 questions on.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
maybe we could
definitely. Pull
cover,
from that.
because the news was quick and stuff, maybe we can answer a few of his topics. I mean, maybe we should have planned this before we went on air, but
Possibly.
I don't
Yeah.
plan anything. That takes away the fun of it all.
yeah,
Okay, let me just find it. Stay there.
yeah, that's all right.
Don't go
So-
anywhere.
No, I was-
See, I can never find anything because you bloody tweet so much on that WhatsApp that it's like takes
not me,
me
it's-
10
It's,
years.
it's Nicole and Rebecca
I
Yeah,
never
it is.
talking
I know
about
it's
everything.
it's like,
Maybe
oh,
one of the competition prizes could be access to our WhatsApp group.
I know. They should just text me the highlights because I never always forget to look at it.
It's a good commentary of our lives when we
Okay,
remember.
right.
But yeah,
This is a good question, actually, so let's talk about this one. This is from Thomas McGuinness, who we answered the question last week. Since we've no topic, I think this is a good one. Do you think there's too much negativity from gamers? That there are things worth moaning about, season passes, DLC, incremental console updates, but in general, gaming is in great shape. We're getting fantastic experiences across all the consoles. And as for the price of games, well, I paid more for games back in the 90s. Is there any hobby more hostile and negative than gaming? Can't everyone just get along and be enthusiastic at a time when games have never been more sophisticated, rewarding and varied? Just a thought. Cheers and keep up the amazing work. Love you guys.
we love you back, Tom.
Okay, so there you go. That's actually a good question, and he's given
It
us some
is.
more questions as well, but maybe we'll talk about that one first.
I think we're all
that
going to
is-
have the same opinion on this,
Opinion.
though, aren't we?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that there's too much negativity, but I think it's all this. I don't know what's worse. I don't know if it's the moaning about prices of games or updates or like things that if you think of No Man's Sky saying it's no finished and stuff. But I think sometimes there is scope for moaning. Really, like I mean, one thing that gets my goat is FIFA. Really annoys me that they actually release it every year
Yeah.
because it doesn't feel like it changes that much. But I mean, when they put in the effort, I think there's nothing really to moan about. If a lot of games when they release and they're broken, that annoys me, and I feel negative about that. Like if for instance a game's released and it's just broken, then I think you've every right to moan, no matter how much you paid, really. But like I think in general he's right. Most games are kind of pretty high quality and high standard, and we're kind of lucky that we have so much choice and so much high quality, really. Because
Yeah, I think it's more indicative of society than video games as a hobby these days, to be honest.
yeah, I think it's Twitter. I think it's not
Yeah.
people being negative about video games. I think it's Twitter just being Twitter. And
Yeah.
social media being social media. That if you, because I like a good moan, but a lot of time I don't mean it, or I just don't think about what I'm saying. I just say something just for a laugh, or I'll just say 'cause I'm thinking about it, and I don't really mean it to sound. But some a lot of times people take things the wrong way. Last week when we were talking about that tweet and I just said about the best thing in Xbox is a red screen. No, I mean, it's just a joke. Or it's just a thought that came to my head. But as soon as it's on Twitter, people's go, oh, well, you're a fanboy or you're this, you're that sort of thing. And it's just like, no, I'm just making a joke.
Yeah. I think people are quicker to be negative, though, because it gets more of a response. If you're just like a yes guy, or you just continually agree, or you're just continually spouting positivity on Twitter, people kind of ignore it because it's not what people not what they expect, but it's not what they want. People want to have a bit of a fight, or to moan, or to try and get attention by saying things, and we're all guilty of it, I suppose, to some extent. But it gets to points sometimes where you feel like people are doing it just for a rise, or just to rub someone up the wrong way.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's something that happens quite a lot of the time, I would say.
But like I say, it's not just gaming. I mean, I do a lot of, or follow a lot of football fans, and that can be just as negative and hateful as what video games can be.
Oh, so yeah, I agree. Yeah,
it's just one of those things. It's a shame that people. I don't get the whole why people, or some people, take console wars so personally.
Yeah.
I think some people seem to have to justify their purchase of a £200 or £300 box by bashing the other thing. You kind of think, why not just enjoy what you've bought rather than bashing what someone else has tried to buy? You don't tend to do it with, like, you buy a car, okay, someone buys a Porsche, someone else buys an Audi. The Porsche driver doesn't go on Twitter and badmouth an Audi. He goes on about how cool his Porsche is, and vice versa.
Yeah, but the thing is, I like to do it. I like to have a wee dig now and again because I own them all, so I can do what I want. And I don't need just about, but I like to have a wee dig now and again at Nintendo, or I don't really tend to dig at Sony as much, but I have a wee dig at Nintendo or Xbox, but I just do it because I think it's funny. I don't really care who's listening. If nobody's listening, I don't care. I just like to do it for fun. It's a bit like having a dig at England when they're playing in the World Cup or whatever.
Yeah, there's a line though, isn't there? There's a line between kind of jovial fun and banter. I hate that word, and then there's then there's also just being horrible and spiteful and
attacking other people.
Yeah,
I see that quite a lot.
Yeah,
when you tweet something and then someone just jumps in. I tweeted something the other day about PlayStation. It was completely not related to Xbox at all, and then some Xbox owner come on and was like, "Oh, but can you tell me why it won't play in 4K and 60 frames per second?" It's like,
just boasting.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's got someone. It's got like a tweet. I was talking about the Xbox red screen one. When I tweeted that, someone said, "Oh, no wonder you don't have a job."
Yeah, he was like, "If I was hiring, I would ignore that comment and not look at your profile."
And it's like, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not your employee then. Because if you said that to me, I wouldn't work for you.
Yeah.
But I'll say things when I feel it's my opinion. Like I've said, like the limited edition DualShock 4s are awfully designed, and I've said that.
Ones.
Yeah.
That football one. Oh, that's horrible.
But I feel that I'm within my rights to state that, and I'm open to have a debate about it, and I'm not being hateful. I'm just giving my opinion. Yeah, and I quite like having a debate on Twitter when that other person's willing to listen.
Yeah,
because you learn a
it's
lot.
Respectful, but most people just jump. I mean, I've had debates with a few people, and they've not. I'm trying to make a point where I take into view their point as well. But I feel like there's quite a few people in the community, and not, even people who I don't know, and every sort of medium too, in films and books and everything, who will refuse to sort of look at that person respectfully, and they just say, no, mine's better, and there's no way I'm considering yours is even good. Mine's better. This is why. This is what it has that yours doesn't have. And it's like, I love having conversations with people, even if they have different opinions to me about video games, as long as it doesn't get to like a boasty sort of conversation.
Yeah, agree. Because it doesn't need to get to that point, does it?
No.
It's great to widen your horizons and listen to and learn from other people's experiences and knowledge, but
I don't
There's
know
a
if
line.
I don't know if we kind of went off his question, but yeah, I think we all agree there's too much
A bit too much
negativity anyway.
negativity.
But
Yeah.
he's got loads of questions here, so we may as well just keep going. He says, what can Sony do now to add to PS4's huge install base? I think they need to target lapsed gamers and non-gamers too. Remember what Buzz did for PS2 in terms of expanding the audience, and that's good for us all. I think MS is going down the wrong road with the Xbox X. More power is not what we need. We need more diverse software, possibly along with a accessible entry point for newcomers. What do you think? I think PS4 demo pods should be everywhere, including shopping malls. Shopping malls? You're not American, Mr.
Is that you
McGuinness.
saying that, or
No, it
Mr.
says
Yeah,
shop
it says
malls.
shopping malls. I'm
He's-
reading it along.
Oh,
with
right.
Joe.
He's not American, I don't believe that. Right, to increase visibility of gaming and attract more people.
We're widening our audience by speaking an American lingo there. That's what-
Yeah.
My accent is terrible for America. I tried it there, didn't I? Shopping malls. But it's
Oh
not
God.
really.
Oh,
It's got
no.
a trying to do a Welsh accent, and then I'm not even going to do it because it's
No,
racist.
we don't want to lose listeners.
Nah, I sound terrible when I do a Welsh accent. It turns into all sorts. I tried it last night. I ended up doing a Liverpool one, and then
Yeah.
Manchester and all over the place. I was doing a world tour in the UK in one night.
A world tour of the UK.
Okay, so what I'm on about.
Yeah.
What was that question? I don't remember.
How do
I
they widen
think
their
Sony's
audience?
quite good at doing diverse stuff. I mean, you've got this Playlink, for instance, which is like their attempt to doing it. I mean, what Sony do is they've got their major studios, and then they've kind of got UK, which kind of concentrates on the more diverse stuff. So we're talking Studio London, which, and all the sort of studios here that used to do things like Buzz and SingStar,
Getaway. Wasn't that
things
Studio
like that.
London?
Yeah, but Studio London, I think, is probably working on Playlink now, and you've got quite a lot of games coming out for that. You've got SingStar, a new SingStar coming out for the Playlink, so that's going to work where everybody who's got their phone will just be able to sing through their phone, and it will probably work much the same way as that shoe does. And that shoe's doing really well, actually. I think they said that 30 million photos had been uploaded or something.
That's because it's free on PS Plus, though.
It's such a good game, though. It's actually really good, and it works brilliant. I've said it loads of times before. Have you tried it yet?
No.
Try
I don't
it.
have no real interest in it, no.
Oh, just try it, though, because it's good.
But my gaming time is so limited.
Sit down with the other half and play it.
Yeah, maybe one
That's
day.
your task. No. That's
Oh,
your
yeah, that's your
task.
homework. You have to
Before
do it.
homework before the next podcast, you both need to sit down, download the app on both your phones, sit down and play it before next podcast, and tell me what you think. Homework.
All right, Joe.
You need to do it.
I'm
Mean
up for
it.
that.
Good.
I can't promise.
Do it
But-
for the sake of research.
I might.
Otherwise, the listeners are allowed to tweet at my name is Dan.
They can tweet at that handle if they want, because I
Do
won't
it.
see it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
they know what your Twitter is. They'll find you and they will tweet at you. Do it. You've got to do that. Tweet at them once
it's not
an
that-
hour. Do it.
I want core games.
No.
I think, though, to widen the market, they should just drop the price now.
Hmm.
I think that'll
I
help.
think that's
But
the
like I
biggest
say,
barrier to
that
entry.
there is a lot of games coming out that are more family orientated, and they're all.
But more families would buy them if it was seen as an affordable piece of kit.
Yeah, it's quite
I think
pricey.
it needs to
I
drop
think the price
below the
will.
200 mark. What is it
think-
at the moment? What's the RRP?
It's around about 230 that it's
Yeah.
selling for, from what I've noticed. But it did go down to 199 a few months or last month. During
It's
the Amazon Prime Day, it was down at 199. There was amazing deals that day. I
think-
mean, they were crazy deals.
If it can get to 179 for Christmas, I think at that point then the mainstream will pick up on it. But
I think Sony will drop price when at this
Yeah,
media briefing in October 30. They're sure to drop the price for when Xbox One X comes out. They'll drop it, and Xbox One X will drop like a lead weight and sinking in water. I don't see that selling at all, to be honest. And I think PlayStation 4 is going to just keep getting bigger and bigger. And I
Yeah.
think that's because they'll drop the price, and I think it's because they're bringing out the games like I'm mentioning, like That's You and SingStar, and there's, what are the others? There's quite a few others that sound really good as well for this Playlink. Plus, there's a bunch of other stuff as well, obviously, like Knack, which is a family-orientated game of Buddies Golf, and there's all sorts. I mean, there's loads of games. Battlefront's a huge game. That'll do really well. Assassin's Creed, all that sort of thing's going to sell. PlayStation, it's not going to sell the Xbox.
I'm happy for them to go after these new markets, but I think I've said it before. Like for me, when Nintendo did the Wii, which was aiming at the mainstream, that kind of killed them for me. So for me, like we've said before, I still want the PS4 to be aimed at gamers. I don't want them. I'm happy for them to pick up the bits and pieces around the edge, and I'm happy for them to get families on board and get younger people into gaming, but I don't want them to do it at the expense of me as a core gamer.
They're not going to, though.
No, I know they're not, but I'm answering the question that was asked. So, like, I think that as long as they keep their eye on the ball with this generation and don't just try and take over the world by catering to
everything.
Yeah, I think they've got to keep remembering who the core day one purchasers of the PS4 are and were, because when they come to start the next gen, those are the people that are going to be there, not the people that are buying it for that.
For family.
For whatever those games are. Like,
they will. They will.
No, I know, but like I say, I'm answering the question. So
I'm just telling you, they will.
So that for me, I don't. If they're going to like do a push or something, then that's great, but don't forget us.
See, that's what I like about Sony. They've got Studio London, that's the family side of PlayStation. That's kind of always what it'll be. So that basically the UK's kind of will always focus on that, and the smaller studios that they hire. I mean, Relentless, who are based in Brighton, they done Buzz. I think they're shut down now. So,
yeah, they've gone.
But they done Buzz, and there was another studio in Brighton that done something similar, and then they've got their Studio London, so they'll focus the family side, and then we've gone. The Naughty Dogs ain't going anywhere, and the Insomniacs and Guerrilla and Sony Santa Monica that are bringing us all these big games, and then the Japanese studios which bring us something a little different, like Everybody's Golf. I mean, so Sony's just is what it is, and that's why everybody likes PlayStation, because it is so diverse. And,
well, not everyone. That guy that tweeted me last week didn't like it.
He didn't like it, no.
Well, but most people
do.
Yeah.
The majority like PlayStation,
yeah.
and that's the reason, in my opinion, that's the reason why people choose PlayStation over Xbox, because it is so diverse. There are so many different types of games, and they're high quality. They don't just focus on Halo, Gears of War, and Forza, which like Xbox do. They widen their horizons and bring us all sorts of games, some that people might not even like Gravity Rush or whatever. If Buddies Golf's probably a good example. These are games that aren't going to sell millions, but they're there, and the people who play them appreciate them, whereas the Uncharted do sell millions, and the Horizons, and I'm fine with that. That's what I like about it. So I just like to have all the diversity. That's what makes me happy, really.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've got a quick question, which is off topic and not to do with Tom. But it was a discussion I had at work with someone, and I'm sure they don't listen, so I'm probably okay to bring it up. How if you had a child that was 11 or of nearing teenage years but not a teenager, would you buy them Grand Theft Auto 5? Joe, you're a parent, so you're best placed to answer it. But yeah, I agree with Rebecca. I wouldn't, but I just wondered what you'd think. Would you let? How old are your children?
Well, the oldest.
I don't want to say too much, do you? I know, but if you've got one that's kind of junior school age, just starting secondary, would you let them or buy them Grand Theft Auto 5?
No, I didn't let him play Grand Theft Auto. No, I didn't. He wanted to, but I wouldn't let him. I let him play 18s when he was 15.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, when you're 15, you can play teens because it's no worse than the movies they've watched. I let them watch Lord of the Rings. Do you know what I mean? I let them watch.
Yeah.
They watch the movies, which is just as violent, whatever. So when they get 15, I'm fine. I just so he could play a 15 at 12 if it wasn't too bad. I would let him play it. It depends, because obviously I played a lot of the games first. So if I thought it was okay, I would let him play it. So it's just based on my judgment. It depends on the game. Do you know what I mean? GTA, I wouldn't let him play. Whereas in our game, I might have. So it depends on the game.
Does. I don't have any kids, obviously. Thank God. But
Not yet.
I do have 2 younger brothers, and they are they're around 10 and 10, 11. They're just not quite teens, and they have been watching me play Uncharted 4 on crushing mode since I started doing it back in May. And I was a little reluctant because I was like, it does have some swear words in it and it does have some violence. But then I watched the things they watch and they've seen everything. They've heard everything.
I bet you swore more doing that.
Oh, God. Sometimes, towards the end. Oof.
I mean, what's Overwatch? Is that like 15 or something?
I don't know. I haven't got it.
I think it's a 16.
I mean, I let my 8-year-old play that.
I think kids nowadays, they know way more than we did when we were kids. Do you know what I mean? When I was a kid, everything was so secluded and I didn't see 16 till I was 16 and all that. And I say my little brother's, around the age of 10 and they come up here and they watch this. I'm like, I don't know if you can watch me play Uncharted 4 because it does swear. Like, no, it's fine. We know all the swear words. I'm like, oh, that's great. That's good to know.
Yeah. It's just fun, isn't it? Because it is kind of subjective. But then other things that have an 18 or a 16, like you wouldn't let your 8-year-old or your 10-year-old brother drive your car.
No.
You wouldn't buy him cigarettes. You wouldn't let him watch adult films, as in adult films. But you're happy to. It's so weird, and we just had that discussion, and I just wondered what your views were, and maybe what other people's views are.
It just depends on the game, really. I mean, it's Overwatch to me, for instance, isn't really that bad a game. I think an online
Overwatch
game,
is a 12.
I think it has to be a certain age rating because you're online and you've got to. I don't think you can be under that age and communicate with other people online.
Have you ever played online? Most of the people who play online are about 12.
Well, they act 12.
That's why I don't bother playing online because I hear this wee squeaky voice all the time. It's I'm not bothering with this. I just mute everybody when I'm playing online. On the rare occasions I do. I don't put a mic on anymore. Talking to him there, just playing. That's it, really, unless it's friends, of course, then I wouldn't bother, because it's generally all youngsters, and it's like, nah.
I think the problem is Grand Theft Auto has some really, really adult themes in there, and some of the heists are really, really, like, the content in there is something that I don't think people... What age rating is it?
It's an 18.
It's an 18, yeah, I'm just looking at my shelf. Yeah, I think that the content and the PG label, I think it should be an 18. I would never, ever let... if I was playing and they're like, oh, can we watch play this? I'd be like, no. Take the disc out, put a rhyme on or something.
Yeah.
Something that's suitable. I just don't think... I mean, like, as I was saying, kids at this age, they know way more than they should, and they're exposed to way more than they should, but I don't think that means we should be going, oh, yeah, just play Grand Theft Auto, yeah, go crazy. I don't know. I would never let my 2 brothers play that.
It's got to be limits. It just depends on the game, like I say, though. That's what comes down to end of the day.
Yeah. Cool.
So, yeah.
Good discussion.
Right, I've actually been gaming. I said last week I'd got back in it, because generally I do in August time, and then from now on till about November, December, then I'll get bored again for a few months till the next big game comes out.
Yeah.
But I completed Life is Strange. I think I said that last week.
Yeah, I think because we then spoke about episodic games and what we thought.
Because I wanted to finish that before the new one comes out. So then I started Batman Enemy Within. So I completed that episode 1.
Was that the new one?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, really good. I love
the first series, so I'm on board for the second, but I'll get the physical release?
Much better, actually, much better in terms of
nice.
Not actually glitching all over the place. It seemed to be quite stable, this one, so far, so...
That's good then.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. It's quite a good story, I think, and so I just sat down and played the whole thing, so obviously enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, it's worth checking out that, I think. Especially, and what's quite good is if you played the first game, you can carry over your choices from the first game.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think mine glitched though, because every time the episode ended, I had to restart the PlayStation rather than saving. So I think every episode for me, it kind of reverted to type. But yeah, I'll see what happens. But...
Yeah, so no, it's good. I quite enjoyed that. And then once I was done that, I started Horizon again. Not started from the beginning.
Oh, right.
But I just started playing again because I'd kind of forgot about it for a while. So yeah, I went back to that, just really enjoying it. Enjoying taking screenshots. I posted a few on our SquareXO, and I just completed 2 or 3 missions, I think. So yeah, I'll probably keep playing that. Although saying that, everybody's Golf Citizen, and so is the new Uncharted, and so is Life is Strange. So I'll probably get distracted by those. But I'll probably play Horizon until those get here. I think I'm getting Agents of Mayhem this week from Boomerang.
Oh yeah.
Because it's on my list. So Saints Row is generally quite funny games. But I just watched the trailer for that Agents of Mayhem today, and it looked quite funny. So it's a bit different. So I'm going to see what that's like if it comes. So I'll be able to talk about that next week if I get it.
Yeah, cool.
And speaking of games, I just wanted to mention, we said last week about our listeners and that... what's it called again? The Ninja Theory one.
Hellblade.
Hellblade. Yeah, we said that to our listeners to tell us if they'd played it. Sounds like a few of them did mention it. Because I noticed quite a few screenshots. Everybody was saying it's quite a good game, and it sounds like it's one well worth playing. So
yeah, it does sound really good, and like the screens of it look really good as well. Like I touched upon earlier, though, it's £25. I know I'm not being like a miser, but I'd rather wait for a physical release than pay £25 for a digital one.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
That's if it happens, yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't, then I'll wait for it to go down in price on the store, because inevitably it will, and I've got enough to be playing in the meantime anyway. But yeah, sounds awesome and looks amazing. And I was a bit disappointed actually, because there was the permadeath thing. Did we talk about that last week? I can't remember.
No, we didn't.
Apparently it was all rubbish anyway.
Yeah, I've heard it's all like just
yeah, which I'm disappointed about. I'd have liked them to have kept that in, or for it to have been real, but I'm still interested in it. Yeah, I think it
put me off the game when I heard that. I was like, no,
I was exactly the same. But if it's not real, then...
Because it should be if it's real, then it should be a choice in the menu or something. Do you want permadeath? Yes, no.
Yeah, like a difficulty thing.
Because it's not fair to kind of go through it and then it would just take your save away and then that's it. Because I'd just say, right, that's it, I'm done with this game.
Mario Brothers and the first Sonic and, loads of games have permadeath. We're just, as a community now, so used to... like the ease of auto saving and just expecting things to be easy for us. Bring it back for some things. I think why not? If you don't like it, don't play it. But
as long as you make it an option, I think it's fine. Because I think it has to be an option. Yeah, but Mario sucks.
In all those old like NES and SNES games, or whatever from that kind of 16-bit era, not many had auto save. Most of them you'd have to play to the end, and when you lost all your lives, you start again. That was the whole point of having lives.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, you'd have continues as well, wouldn't you?
We're just not used to it anymore. Now we're so used to auto-saving. We're like, what? No, I don't want to start away from the beginning. But it's a shame, if you did say, this is happening, and it's just not actually there. It's a bit of disappointment in a weird way.
Yeah. Yeah, but like you say, maybe it could have been a difficulty level. Sorry, Joe.
What, you've been playing, Rebecca? Have you played in? Because we know Dan hasn't. He's been slacking. So.
Okay, I'll talk a little bit about Uncharted 4 first, because I finished the main game, when it came out, probably like 2 months after it came out. And then as soon as I finished it on normal difficulty, my boyfriend was like, try it on crushing. And I was like, yeah, it won't be that bad. It'll be fine. And I only just finished it this week. Literally, the rage was worse than any Souls game I've ever played. I would do chapters probably for 10 minutes, make a bit of progress, but then get stuck for about 2 hours in one fight scene. Do you know when you go into Avery's house in chapter 18 and there's a big fight there? I got so stuck there probably for about 3 to 4 months, and I just wanted to quit it then. But finished it this week. That was good. It is honestly excruciating on crushing. I know you've done it, haven't you, Dan?
Yeah, I didn't have any issues.
I found it so hard. I was actually like exhausted by the end of it. When I finished it, I was like, I do not want to touch Uncharted 4 again, ever. I'm like, I'm done with that game.
Not have the gun select?
No, I basically went straight from finishing on like normal, so I didn't go back. And people were saying like, oh, you can go back and you can get all these guns if you do hard mode.
I didn't do hard. I went straight from normal to crushing, yeah.
Did you? No, I had a real issue with it, but I did finish it this week, which I'm happy about. But then I'm playing quite a lot of stuff, really, because I've got all my birthday games. I'll talk about Dark Souls 3 because my article's going up for that tomorrow. So it's really interesting actually playing this game because obviously I'm just comparing it to Bloodborne, which I hate in a way. I want to be able to play it as a brand new game, but it's so like Bloodborne, obviously same developer, that it's really hard not to play it and be like, oh, well, Bloodborne did this differently, or this boss in Bloodborne, the first one was easier or harder. But I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. It's actually not as hard as I thought it was going to be, but a lot of people in the community have told me that that's because I've already finished Bloodborne, and Bloodborne is pretty high up there in difficulty. So I'm hoping that I'm about 20 hours into the game now, and it is just starting to get frustrating. So I'm actually quite pleased with it, but I'm really liking it. And I hate myself for putting off getting it for so long. I think I didn't want to, I don't know, it's very different from Bloodborne, but it's also very similar to it, if you know what I mean. Like, it's got little quirks that are its own, but then it's very similar to Bloodborne. So I wasn't very sure about getting it, and I probably put it off for about 6 months, and I wish I'd got it sooner because I really love it. But it's really good. I'm very much enjoying it. But that's it. Just 2 very ragey games this week.
You need to play something more relaxing.
I know. Need to get that No Man's Sky update going. Play something tranquil. See if it suits me.
Explore the universe for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good to hear that everybody's been playing. Right, as we know, as we know, Sonic Mania's out tomorrow, so I just want to mention that and just go have a quick look at what's coming out because it's nice to just mention it briefly. We know Sonic Mania's out. City Skylines is coming out for PS4. It's quite a good game. I played it on Xbox One because I was reviewing it, I believe, and it's, if you like City Sims, it's actually quite a good one. Once you get used to it, it's a bit complicated at first, but after a while you kind of get used to it. Matterfall, that's coming out, the House Marquee game. Agents Mayhem said that. The Escapist 2, my son asked about that for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's because the people on YouTube play it a lot or something. But
I think the first one was on PS Plus as well at some point.
Oh, was it? So I probably have that then.
Yeah, it was.
Because I download all of them, so I must let him know I've got that then, because he'll like that. Thumper, that's coming to Xbox One apparently.
That was the VR game, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe it's not VR anymore then, I don't know. And Uncharted Lost Legacy is coming out 23rd of August, so yeah.
That's exciting.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a week on Wednesday, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew. I don't Escapist, I must look, because he was asking about that. I think a lot of people on YouTube play it, apparently. Because he likes watching all these YouTubers. Dan TDM's his favourite, I think.
Talking of Uncharted, we've got our competition winner to announce. That Monster Shop gave us a copy of, or will be giving us a copy of The Lost Legacy to give away. So that's what I was clicking on earlier because I was getting Twitter to pick the winner. Now I've navigated away from the tab. But the winner is at Mr. TJ _808. So he's the winner of Uncharted. when and if you listen to this, let us know. You've got 2 weeks, and if you let us know sooner rather than later, we can get Monster Shop to send it out for release day. So well done.
TGA.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy days.
Okay.
Give another shout out for SQXO August as well. We have had quite a lot of entries, but I want more, because it makes our life more difficult picking nice screenshots. So, yeah, but that's going well.
The more entries, the better. Eh?
Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking about maybe we could do a calendar or something with the 12 best.
That would be so
entries.
cool.
For 2018, do a SquareXO screenshot calendar or something.
Yeah,
So
that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think, it would be nice. So the more that we get, the more difficult it makes our lives, basically.
I get to be Mr. November posing in my swimsuit.
Oh, God.
We'll do a poll, see who wants it.
I'll shave and everything.
Oh, what? Where?
My head. I've shaved my beard today.
Is that the month of your birthday?
Yeah, it is.
So does that mean that me and Rebecca have to fight?
Yeah, maybe we can have a split screen.
Yeah. So I'll have to buy a new bikini.
Oh, God.
You have to borrow a bikini, did you say?
I buy a new one.
Buy a new one.
Ah, I didn't know what you said. I thought to myself, done the bikini off me. Not a thought on my head.
Oh, well, too late. Everyone's got it now.
Okay, let's play an Amazon game and if we're playing it.
Yeah? Have you guys said anything, or is it all on me?
It's all on you.
Okay, I have got stuff just in case.
Perfect.
Right. Okay. 17th of February 2015. This game is so absolutely multiplayer that you can almost forget the idea of playing alone. Soon as I played it, I realised the game was a shell. If you wanted what was inside the shell, you have to pay money for the DLC. How they think they can get away with this when the majority of the game is DLC is beyond me, and this is unacceptable. Terrible stuff.
I was going to say Street Fighter 2, but...
What was the date
5,
again?
sorry.
What was the date?
17th of February 2015.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 didn't have any DLC at launch, so it can't be that.
DLC multiplayer. The Division?
No.
Good guess, I think.
That is a really good guess.
Yeah, I like that.
What else could it be?
Do the next review.
Next review? Okay. 14th of March 2015. Terrible. The most repetitive game I have ever played. Every map feels the same. I was sick of this game after only having it for 24 hours. Sorry I wasted my money. Only positive is I might get a good price for trading it in.
Is that a Call of Duty game?
No, it's not. I think the next one will give it away.
I can't think of any multiplayer games from 2015.
Oh, well, it's quite a bit away, isn't it? 2015.
2 years, yeah.
Don't want to give in, no, don't want to just go on.
No, that's all right, there's another review.
There's another one. I think you might get it from this one, but I'll say anyway. Okay. Dull, dull, dull. If you liked the Left 4 Dead series, you'll probably be disappointed with this game. Only good thing
is it Evolve?
Yeah, there you go. I knew you'd get it from that. It is like, there were so many negative reviews for Evolve, and to be honest, I'm kind of ashamed that I actually own a copy of Evolve. I tried to hide it when I take pictures of my shell. Yeah, well done. That was a good guess. Hard though. All of them were just exactly the same, because obviously the DLC was, the majority of the game, and it basically you pay £40 for the game and then £40 extra for DLC, which was the main content. So lots and lots of negative reviews for that one.
I'd never played it. I don't even remember it.
Oh, it's not worth it.
Good news.
No, it was pretty rubbish, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think
it was
I
such a
do own it.
disappointment.
I think I probably own a thingy copy, a promo copy of that one.
Yeah, I have one.
Right, yeah, next.
Next game? Okay.
Yeah.
16th of May 2016. Terribly biased game. People who play on this game all day are a massive advantage to those people who can't find the time to play at all. This game is for bullies to gang up on others.
Is it Overwatch?
That sounds like the Division.
That is the Division. When you said the Division earlier, I was like, oh, gulp. That's the second one. I have got a random item too if you want to do that.
Yeah,
just doing really well today. See if we can get this. Okay. Not sure what I did wrong, but after 20 max uses, the contents of the bottle leaked into the base and now I don't use it anymore, considering a more substantial purchase.
Contents bottle leaked into the base.
It's not like an animal's water bottle that drips out.
Contents bottle. Have you got another review?
Yeah, 2 more reviews. It didn't even last a month and the blade stopped spinning. Such a disappointment.
Contents of bottle. Is it a sort of carpet cleaner or something?
No.
Or a plate. It's not like a NutriBullet or a blender.
Yeah, it's a blender. Yeah. All the blending ones always is like, oh, it doesn't blend properly. I'm like, I can't really use that because it might just give it away. Yeah, that's it though. I like playing that game. It's good fun.
It's funny.
So
be good at the random items, but not at the games.
Well, I thought it was fun. I'm just trying to think what my next game is. It's probably, I don't know whether I'll bother getting Sonic Mania or not. I'm not really sure. Agents of Mayhem, what I say on my boomerang list, but apart from that, I'm just not sure what could be next.
Well, Uncharted, surely.
No, definitely. I own that already, really, because I own the triple pack, so that's something, that I'll be getting. I just need to download it, basically. And I own Everybody's Golf as well, so.
You love Everybody's Golf, don't you?
Oh, it's so good.
Have you played real golf ever?
Nah, I have with my friends years ago, but I'm not that bothered about that.
But Everybody's Golf.
Everybody's Golf's so good. It's just so easy to play. It's just one hit. And it's just quite one of these relaxing games. The music in the background, which is quite cool, and it's just, I don't know. There's just something about it I really like. I'm not that sure I understand it that much, but I enjoy it.
Fair enough.
So I just probably just use the same club all the time and all this handicap business. I'm like, huh?
It's hit the ball around.
Hit the ball and that's it. Yeah, try and get par or whatever. But it's good. I like it, so I'm looking forward to that. And then there's loads I'm looking forward to in September because I love FIFA. I'm absolutely mega FIFA fan, so I'm really excited for that. That's probably one of my most anticipated. That and Battlefront 2, which I'm really excited for. Like you said about the new Need for Speed, I'm quite excited for that as well. Don't know if I'm going to get the money to pay for all these things, but
I know that's the problem, isn't it, with gaming?
That's what Boomerang Games is for.
Yeah, exactly. Might not be able to afford that much longer at this rate. I need to cancel that next.
You have to start selling your kids.
Yeah. No, God's sake. Ah, well.
Yeah.
It will be fine when I start my own business and I'm rich.
Well, yeah. Cool.
So, see. We've sort of started our own business, SquareXO.
True. I got asked a question, but on Twitter the other day by one of our Patreons, Joe Tootle. And he said, because I went to the football on Saturday, and he kind of asked me, why am I so into football but I don't play FIFA? Which I thought was interesting. I wonder if any other people are kind of into football but don't like playing it on the PlayStation or anything. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just the odd one out, but I don't like the playing the same thing again and again and again and again and again and again. I like a good story, but I just wondered, if anyone else out there is listening that loves football but doesn't like playing a football game on the PlayStation, let me know why and see if we agree.
Oh, I just love it. Love it. It's so good. Love FIFA. Love football. It's just all brilliant. Okay, I'm going. It's time to go. I've got a headache.
Oh no.
Sorry, is that our company?
Nah, it's just.
It's your voice, Rebecca.
Yeah,
I'm just getting tired. I know Game of Thrones is coming on. Maybe it's just my head saying
God, I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
No, exactly. So I want to watch Game of Thrones, and I need to take some paracetamol.
What a night.
No, I know what it is. It's just so warm in this room. I need something. I need to say, Alexa, fan on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh wow.
Brilliant, eh? She does the lights and the fan now. How about that?
Very posh. How much do you pay the little boy flapping your fan?
Oh, what it is a smart plug. So you plug the fan into the smart plug, rename it fan, and then you just say fan on. She turns the plug on, and the fan comes on. Yeah. That's how it is. But it's quite good for night time, because sometimes you're in bed at night and you've got a fan on. Sometimes you get really cold, but you don't want to get a bed. So now you can just shout, Alexa, turn the fan off.
I don't know. You can't afford to play for Boomerang Games, but you've got a robot house. It's like,
I never paid for that smart plug. I was sent it for review. How about that?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Genius. So what happens when I create all these websites and people just send me stuff? It's crazy. What can you do? Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Remember to visit all those social sites and iTunes and all that I mentioned at the start, because I'm not going to say them all again because you just get bored of me saying it. This podcast has been sponsored by Bleep, because if you want to sponsor it, then why not just put your name in there? Dan said, I don't want to do that, but well, he can just, if you want to do it, do you know what I mean? Why not?
I'm not selling out.
Well, we can sell out so we can buy the mugs.
The merch.
Yeah.
The mugs can say on them, sponsored by Bleep. So there you go. Okay, thanks for joining us then, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.